All right, Patreon patrons, it is that time of the month again for the monthly Mr. ClicksFlix Patreon shout-out video. So if you're not sure what this is, you're just seeing one of these videos for the first time, what it is I have a webpage that is patreon.com/MrClicksFlix, and for a monthly donation of varying levels, you get some cool stuff, and then at the end of the month, we also do a shout-out video where I announce everybody's name that is a Patreon patron, no matter the monetary amount. And then I also have a couple thank you items that I give away to a couple select Patreon patrons. So this month we're doing two different giveaways. The first one is for a complete common set, so 1 through 8, of X-Men Regenesis. I have them all sitting right here. And then also a Boba Fett Bluetooth speaker that's actually really cool, so I'm pretty happy to be giving that one away. So here is what that Bluetooth speaker looks like. Really cool. The box has like a little ding in it, but it's working just fine, still sealed. And these are really cool. I actually have one for myself. These are just cool. Boba Fett's probably, well, not probably, he is my favorite Star Wars character. So we've got this. One person will win this, and the other person will win the complete set of 8 X-Men Regenesis common figures. So let's go ahead and flip on over to the thank you portion of this. All right, so you'll see everybody's name is on this list. This is a list of all the Patreon patrons. So thank you to everybody that's on this list. And I'll announce your names. A couple people you'll see, they'll have like a parentheses and then, you know, 1, 2, 3. That means that's for the giveaway portion, because depending on what amount you're at, you can get different amounts of prizes depending on what I'm giving away that month. And don't forget, this is the giveaway for August, but for September's giveaway, I will be giving away the entire contents of the brick that trollandtoad.com sends me to unbox for you guys. So keep an eye out for that stuff. It always pays to be a Mr. ClicksFlix Patreon patron, even without the shout out items. There's a bunch of really cool stuff going on there. A little as $1 a month really does help the channel grow. It's helped tremendously with getting some new programs, getting improved lighting, working on getting a new computer set up. So anyway, let's go ahead and get going. Thank you, Alan Ware. Thank you, Andrew Fallon. Thank you, Andrew New. Thank you, Andy Beard. Thank you, Anthony Bruno. Thank you, RDM. Thank you, Ben Loins. Thank you, Cameron Lane. Thank you, Charlie Thomas. Thank you, Chris Capron, or Capron. Thank you, Christian Boggin. Thank you, Clarence Garland. Thank you, Clefton Phelps. Thank you, Daniel Cho. And then we're going to go ahead and scroll down, because we have the good problem of a lot of Patreon patrons. So, thank you, David Sisak. Thank you, Dean Rogers. Thank you, D. Williams. Thank you, Derek Trimmer. Thank you, Drew Warren. Thank you, Elijah Musket. Thank you, Eric Kirkman. Thank you, Eric Smith. Thank you, Eric T. Thank you, Harley Clicks. Thank you, Jake Gibbs. Thank you, Jared Phelps. Thank you, Jay Major. Thank you, Jeff Majeski. And then we're going to go ahead and scroll down. Thank you, Joseph I. Thank you, John Hopper. Thank you, Joe Waters. Thank you, Jonathan Dummigan. Thank you, Joseph Tweedle. Thank you, Josh Dean. Thank you, Joshua Ganther. I was about to combine his first and last name there. Thank you, Julius Cooper. And again, like I spoke about, you'll see that number 1, Julius actually has 3 entries because he is a World Championship level Patreon patron. Thank you, Calder Ness. Thank you, Kim Morrison. Thank you, Chris Fox. Thank you, Kyle Crothers. Thank you, Lou Headley. Thank you, Mark G. Thank you, Peter Weeks. Thank you, Julius Cooper again. Thank you, R.A. Zog. Thank you, Randy Harden. Thank you, Richard L. Johnson. Thank you, Rylan Close. Thank you, Sean Cody. Thank you, Sean Smith. Thank you, Semper Clicks. And then we have our last couple people. Thank you, Tony Canavino. Thank you, Travis Myers. Thank you, Tyler Smith. Thank you, Tyler James. Thank you, Tyler Lawman. And thank you, Julius Cooper, once again. So last month, I went ahead and tried Wheel Decide instead of random.org and had a pretty good reception about it. Everybody said that they liked it. So that's what we're doing again. I copied and pasted the entire list onto here. So as you can see, we'll scroll down. See everybody's names in here. So I can do this until we get 100 Patreon patrons, and you know what? I hope that I have the good fortune of having 100 Patreon patrons and trying to figure out how I'm supposed to randomly draw after that. But anyway, the wheel's set up to after it draws your name, it takes it out. On months where I don't have a whole brick to give away, like where Troll and Toad sends it to me and I give away each individual boosters. Each name can only win once. So, for example, you saw Julius Cooper with 3 entries. That gives him 3 chances to win 1 item, but then once Julius wins 1 item, he cannot win the other ones. But when we do the months with all the individual boosters, Julius can win up to 3 times. So, definitely pays to do that. Plus, he gets 3 Dyson token or 3 tokens. 3 sets of 3 tokens each month, plus all the other cool stuff on Patreon. So, all right, let's go ahead. The first winner is the first name being drawn here will win the set of 8 commons from the X-Men Regenesis set. These are still holding up pretty good on value, so I'm pretty excited to be that I had a whole set of the commons to give away. I'm sorry it couldn't be like a whole common and rare set, but you know, it is what it is. So the winner of that is going to be... You guys let me know if you want Wheel Decide to do it again next month or if you want me to go back to random.org. All right, Sean Cody, you are the winner of the 8 commons from X-Men Regenesis. You'll have 1 copy of each, 1 through 8. So really cool there. So congratulations, Sean Cody. I'll be sending you a message just to confirm address and stuff like that. And the next winner is who will be winning this Boba Fett Bluetooth speaker, which is just really cool. I think these kind of things are pretty neat. It just looks cool on the shelf. It kind of has like that pop feel to it. So definitely really cool. All right, so let's see who's going to win that one. Mark G is the winner of the Boba Fett Bluetooth speaker. Alright guys, so that is this month's giveaway and shout out video. Thank you so much for being a Patreon patron. If you didn't come up this month, don't worry. Like I said, next month we're going to be giving away those 10 boosters, the contents of the boosters that I do for the unboxing video that Troll and Toad sponsors. Plus, obviously, there's going to be stretch goals where I tend to throw in a chase or something really nice if we hit those. But anyway, I just wanted to say truly thank you to everybody that is a Patreon patron. It really does help the channel. Keep an eye out because I am working currently on some other Patreon exclusive content that's going to be downloadable, similar to the PDF version of the unofficial Team Abilities card. That seems to have gone over really well. People really like that and whatnot. So keep an eye out for that. I'll have a post about it whenever it's ready and uploaded. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember those uncritical myths if you don't have probability control.